joined now by former mayoral aspirant Leo Molloy. Morning, Leo. I didn't pick you as a quitter.
Don't think I'm a quitter, Kerry. That was the world's longest ad you just read out. I was waiting for about 15 minutes for you to finish it.
You were
got a bit
not.
tongue-tied too.
It was a minute.
And I had to resign to get on your show. I've been waiting patiently by the phone for 6 months, thinking she'll call me one day soon.
Because you've always been a backseat boy and never taken a forward approach.
You know me, very shy. But anyway, we have made an informed decision. There was a poll out last night, and it's fairly clear there's a trend there that's not favourable for us, even though we still hold second when it comes down to head-to-head. But I'm not in the business of being in the race just to obstruct other people, so we've made an informed decision. We've always been of the view that, you know, if it got to the stage where we couldn't win, we would make an informed decision, and looks at the moment that the trends are definitely against us. So.
Right, so you've got Efeso Collins in first place and Wayne Brown has come up to second place.
In some parts of the poll, he's second, yeah. And you know how it works. There's just too many. Yeah. It's a wee bit congested in that centre-right space.
Yeah. And the team members that left your campaign, had they done their jobs and moved on, or were they seeing the writing on the wall too?
No, I think they just left on good terms. One was a volunteer and she left on good terms, and the other one was a month-on-month contract and she left on good terms. There's nothing to read into that. We're just appointed about 6 or 8 new ones, but we always work from poll to poll in this part of politics, you know? Yeah. And we always knew there's a possibility at some stage that we might throw in a bad poll, and this is the one, and it's a critical one for us because it's only 8 weeks out. So
Would you have really wanted to be mayor? Wasn't your job to be a disruptor? I mean, I just couldn't think of anything worse than meeting after meeting.
Well, that's all true, but you know me too. I have a long history very similar to yours in making other people's lives slightly better by adding value to them. Well, I do. I can remember you well from the Wellington days. Yeah. You know, you're a good host. You're good hospitality. And I thought I'd be good in that capacity, the person who articulates the vision for the city and then activates it. So I wouldn't have been good as a cardboard cutout style mayor, which you might have at the moment. I certainly wouldn't have been good as a grumpy old bugger with a chainsaw trying to cut budgets. That's not my gig. But if people want that, they can vote for Wayne Brown. I would have been an activator who would have brought fun and events to the city. You know, I would never let the America's Cup go, for example. So But anyway, it's only 3 years before the next one. So let's agree that, you know, whilst we have called a temporary halt to this one for the right reasons, I'm definitely not down and out. I'm happy as can be. I've got plenty on. I've got a big hospitality operation opening on December the 15th, so I've got a full dance card, as they say in the trade. And 3 years goes by in a flash, and if the incumbent or the incoming mayor doesn't do a good job, I shall be more than capable and more than keen, more than passionate. I've enjoyed this, actually. I quite like politics.
Well, I was going to say, what have you got out of the experience?
I've learned a lot. I've learned some things that I wouldn't do again, and I was relatively naive, so, you know, I've learned a little bit more about how maybe an approach we should have taken, the people I should have surrounded myself with, who I should have taken advice from. You know, so everything in life's a learning curve, though, you know that. So. Yeah, absolutely. And somebody sent a text saying, "Oh dear God, has somebody found out that Leo Molloy once had a dirty student flat?" You know, were you prepared for the scrutiny? I mean, you've always been a bit of an open book, though. You know, I'm pretty thick-skinned. You know what I mean? I understand the media's got a job to do. It doesn't really bother me too much. And yeah, there's a few guys that cancel me, but no, that doesn't really bother me. I mean, I kind of understand how media sell papers and clicks, and you know, and I understand that I'm a bit provocative occasionally, not too often, but just occasionally. So no, that part of it never bothers me. No.
So basically, you've closed that chapter, and you're opening the new one with a new hospo venture, and off you go again, and keeping a beady eye on the next mayor of Auckland. I'm
up to my neck. I'm thinking about contemplating starting a political movement, one that traverses the political spectrum. Yes. Cherry Woodham.
What?
I'm just being told I'm not allowed to talk to you about that. So.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I think we're all happy, so I wouldn't be worried. I've got plenty on, Kerry.
Yeah, I'm sure you have. Well, it's been a colourful ride, and I'll look forward to the next venture on December 15, you say.
We'll catch up soon. See you now.
Thank you so much, Leo Molloy.